Hello, hello, and welcome to the Outer Worlds. This is Jules Smith, and this is my second playthrough of the Outer Worlds. This time on hard difficulty and with the DLC, which we are in the middle of right now. I am working my way through Peril on Gorgon. This is my first time playing Peril on Gorgon, though it is my second time playing the Outer Worlds. We are, I think we're in HIA. Is that where we are? Yeah, Human Inquiry and Auditing. Yeah, that's where we are. Yes. And this is where they were experimenting on prisoners from Tartarus, I think, is the prison planet. And we are here to collect a phonograph for Roscoe, and also to send an override authorization signal. Alright, so the phonograph is down there, and the authorization signal is in either of those two places. Okay. Let's continue on. I have Felix and Vicar Max with me.
Volunteers? Must be somewhat like how I volunteered to serve at the penitentiary.
Honestly, boss, I've seen cysty pigs with better living arrangements.
Just reacquainting myself with where I am exactly. Alright. What was back here? A bathroom? Showers. Hey, at least they got shampoo.
Welcome, volunteers. This office environment is where we will test your communication, paper management, and self-motivation skills. This is your time to shine. You may just find yourselves doing similar work at a real office someday. Remember, compliance with all instructions from facility personnel is stipulated in your contracts.
Oh. 4 triangles in there.
Bright shines on us today.
Alright. Maybe we killed them fast enough their friends didn't notice.
Try me.
Make you bleed! Out of my way!
Everyone all right?
Yeah, I guess so. Hello, Hello, Celtic Granny. How are you today? I got a little bit of a late start. This is me just picking up where I left off last night. Robot in here? Test subject drug drone. Okay. Hello, Michael. Oh, how are you? I just started the stream. This is me picking up where I left off yesterday. I had a lot going on today, so I got kind of a late start.
Welcome, volunteers. This office environment is where we will test your communication, paper management, and self-motivation skills. This is your time to shine. You may just find yourselves doing similar work at a real office. Remember, compliance with all instructions from facility personnel is stipulated in the contract.
Brawny construction gear, it said. What does the brawny construction gear look like? Oh, pressurized injection mask. Huh. That's kind of interesting looking. Very post-apocalyptic. Yeah, I'm doing a little better now. I've had a really busy day. I'm very tired. But I wanted to play this a little bit, so if I'm lacking my normal enthusiasm, that is why I am exhausted. Oh, we entered the testing supervisor's passcode. Right. I think we had asked if there was any way she could help us, and she gave us this passcode. I mean, she gave us the passcode to get into the building, but then she also gave us this passcode. Now, I suppose we could go in this way, but yeah, I think I'll try take the sneaky way here. Let's see where we are in the building. Right. We gotta pick up the phonograph over here. And we gotta do whatever it is we need to do over here, I think. Alright, here we go. Oh, this whole area here is test chamber 1, huh? Alright. test chamber 2. Oh, so that's like simulating an office work environment, and this is simulating a factory work environment. And up here where we are right here is probably where the scientists were observing the test subjects. Oh, okay. This is going to allow us to bypass that room. Maintenance access. This looks like a morgue.
All right, deep breath, Felix. You're about to see something real twisted.
Oh, just a bloody axe in the middle of the floor? Sure. Oh boy. Oh. Claw rake in the middle of the floor. Pocket watch. Jeweled ring. This place is super creepy. What they needed in here, though, was a jump scare. One of these sheets. The person should have jumped up out of it. Jump scared us. That would have been good. Well, I think it would have been good. Maybe it would have been a cheap shot. I don't know, but... what's down here? Oh, Spectre magnification monolens.
All right, hushing up.
Oh.
Get him strapped down!
Dr. Blakeslee.
Subject demonstrates catastrophic personality collapse. Fucker bit me.
Marion.
Interesting. I think I'm going into shock.
Huh. This is like a little tin box. Adrenasil. Can't pick it up. I can't pick those up either. Must be empty. Observation logs. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Okay. Compliance testing parameters. Data entry, physical exertion, sanctioned violence. Subjects SC1A through K were given forms and writing implements and instructed to fill them out to corporate standards. Upon completion, forms were placed into an employer-sanctioned shredding device by a technician. Test was then repeated. Observational notes. Volunteer SC1D Kendall objected to further testing after completion of second set of forms. Volunteer SC1G after 5th. Volunteer SC1B after 10th. No further objections from remaining volunteers. Volunteer SC1E Hobbs was discovered to be functionally illiterate and tagged for early advancement to the second phase of compliance testing. Objection from Volunteer SC1D. Subjects were given visual demonstrations of multiple physical exercises, then instructed to replicate them in accordance with verbal instructions. Subject SC5H complained of physical exhaustion after 5 minutes, missing numerous verbal cues. Subject SC5A, 5E, and 5K failed out at around the 15-minute mark. Test was terminated after 30 minutes as the technician became too hoarse to provide instruction. Subjects are instructed to follow a closed circuit around the perimeter of the testing chamber for the duration of the test. At random intervals, technician is to provide vocal cue to reverse course. Of the 8 test subjects remaining, 6 respond to vocal cues. 1 was aggressive and removed. 1 collapsed 30 minutes into the experiment and was removed. Remaining subjects exhibited compliance with all vocal cues for remainder of experiment. Technician's addendum. Observational data compromised due to equipment failure. Technician Embry was found incapable of continued operation due to incessant weeping and was withdrawn, flagged for disciplinary measures. So even the people who are putting them through these tests know that it's too much and it's abusive and horrible and they're breaking down. Subjects are isolated and instructed to select one member of their experiment group for immediate removal from the volunteer program. Blah, 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 blah. Subject exhibits extreme aggression. Subject terminated. This is just basically explaining how horrible the tests were and the things they were doing, the trials they were doing with these people. Subject is instructed to fire at a shrouded target, one industry standard fashion modeling assistive device mannequin. Subject is not informed of nature of target. Subject has fired at target. Auditory reward initiated, test reset. Subject has fired at observation window. Automated security enabled, test reset. Subject has fired at subject, other. Subject fired at subject, other. Subject has fired at target. Subject refuses to fire, refuses to fire, refuses to fire. Oh my gosh. Okay. Messages. Incoming messages. In light of certain recent incidents, I'd like to remind you all that it is paramount we follow all Spacer's Choice guidelines regarding safety and security. Yes, you will suffer professional and financial consequences if you are found to be responsible for damaging company property. Luckily, any and all injuries suffered by the volunteers have been minor. A reminder that all personnel are advised to report to the infirmary if they experience any symptoms listed on the notice LeBlanc provided earlier this month. It is strongly suggested you use your allotted break to do this, as any losses in productivity will be reflected in your paycheck and or your indentureship agreement. These people are just horrible. Just absolutely horrible. Look at that. It's not the best choice. It's the only choice. That's not... their motto, I thought, was it's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. But this is, it's the only choice. That's kind of scary. Hey, you and Andre talk about tossball sometimes. Have you noticed anything different about him lately? I'm pretty sure he's been at his desk all night. I was going to congratulate him on his newfound productivity, but I took a look at his reports and some of them have very basic formatting errors. That's not like him at all. Maybe you could ask him about it. Okay, maybe he started taking the Adrena time. If we're going to meet OCI's figures this month, we'll need to double our testing capacity. I need everyone in observation to work with disposal to have the preparation time between tests. Have the volunteers exit at a jog if you have to. Just try not to let them see the bodies. Oh my god. Embry lost his head because he couldn't keep up with the work. He was never going to amount to anything and we all knew it. The surprise is that he lasted this long. I don't know why my reports are any of your business, but I know how to use a damn computer. Blah, blah. These emails... Okay. Outgoing messages. Blakely started to come down here pretty often. She watches us go through the tests. Weaver tried to give her a report, but Blakely gave her a look and that was the end of it. You think we're doing something wrong? Great game last night, huh? Okay. Yeah, we're going back to mannequins for phase 5. None of the test subjects felt too torn up about shooting killer bugs from Monarch, I guess. Should make things easier for you over in disposal. One of the cages didn't close properly last night and a couple of the little manipillars got loose. Who knows where they are by now? Morley had an absolute fit. I don't think he likes bugs. Alright. So maybe we're gonna run into some mantipillars around here somewhere. Great. Test chamber 3. Oh. I don't like the look of that place. Oh, there's targets here. Okay. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. Oh, another recorder.
We've discussed side effects, Dr. Ambrose.
The drug's not ready for release yet. The side effects are immaterial.
So it's dangerous. Perhaps it results in some thrilling mutations. Forearms, maybe? Or a second head?
Try delusion, paranoia, gastric bleeds, violence, and fatal insomnia. Shall I enumerate every way our volunteers have died? Suicide by automech, suicide by hanging, starvation.
Cut the recording, Georgie.
You sure, boss? I just put on a new cylinder.
Stroke, spontaneous combustion, internal exsanguination.
Just turn it off.
So Roscoe knew what they were up to. He knew this was bad stuff going on here. Alright, so we now have 3 out of 4 phonographs for Roscoe. The only one we have left to pick up is in the chem lab. Alright, cool. I kind of feel like we missed out though. We didn't go through this other room. I mean, I'm not getting any XP for shooting these things because I've maxed out my level. But come on, where's the fun in that? Let's go in.
This appears to be where they observed their unfortunate charges and levied judgment on their own lack of humanity.
For real, Vicar. And I'm about to go in here and shoot him. don't think there's any way that we would ever be able to redeem them, heal them, rehabilitate them. They've all gone crazy from the Adrena time, right? Because what's this? Right, that's how they made the Marauders. That's what we learned the other day. It was this testing facility.
Here we go! Score one for Felix!
It was this testing facility that actually created the Marauders. Oh jeez, you guys startled me.
Got a fight on our hands. Everyone all right?
All right, let's loot the place. Hey, Kukai! Welcome to the chat room. Ancient Hugo's in the chat room too. How you doing? Let me check in there. I was busy fighting these folks. I've missed a whole bunch of chat. Alright. Oh, I guess I could stop staring at the floor there and let you guys look at something a little bit more interesting. Aww. I'm reading your comments. I'm catching up on the chat room. Kukai says, I don't think anyone is ugly, Celtic Granny. That's so sweet. I agree with you. I don't think anybody's ugly. I love how everyone looks different. I have my own weird ideas about attractiveness, though. I don't really go for the usual Hollywood glamour type people. I mean, there's a few that I think are very attractive, But not because, like, you know, they're movie stars and Hollywood says they're attractive. And there's some people who everyone thinks are super hot that I just don't think are hot at all. I have a kind of a strange sense of... I just appreciate people. I just love the uniqueness of everyone. Alright, so we went through this place. I think we looted everything. Oh, we could probably we could go up here. Let's see what's up here. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Is there anything else up here on the conveyor belts? Oh, I didn't look in here. Oh, did I get that one? I did not. Oh, and here's some whole bunch. Oh, I guess there's nothing up here. Aww. Kukai says, I'm Polynesian. I'm usually not top choice for women, but I'm still happy. Aww. Well, you have a good attitude, that's for sure. But like I said, I don't understand modern beauty standards. I really don't.
Let's take him down!
Oh, jeez, there's a lot of them. Alright, time for the big one.
Damn it, Max is down!
Oh, jeez. Stop hitting that button, dang it! Oh, Jesus.
Your life was merely an illusion anyway. Take cover!
Oh, shooting the wrong guy. Sorry, Max. Sorry, I was busy kneecapping Max. Good lord.
That's the last of them.
Jeez, P's Louise, that was a lot of them. Physical damage weakness. Effects. Physical damage received plus 25. Reward 1 perk point. Taking too much physical damage has made you soft and vulnerable to more physical damage. No, thank you. Good lord. Good lord almighty. Sorry. I'm so sorry I started shooting you. Oh god, I feel terrible. Alright. That was not handled very well, but it was handled. Goodness gracious. Ooh, let's take a look at what's in my consumable slots. Yeah, I don't know if I want that. Hang on. Let's put in... Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Shock Cannon Hyper. Am I over encumbered? Yeah, I sure am. I'm moving very slowly. There we go. Hey, hi Stella, how are you doing? Kukai saying, wow, Gorgon is also a massive DLC. Yeah, there's a lot to it. A lot more to it than I thought there would be, but then of course I also take my time, go very slowly, and try to look at everything. You know, I stop and appreciate the artwork. I read all the terminals. Agony! That's a named weapon. Let's take a look at it. Agony. Speedy mate barrel, rate of fire, plus 15%, extend to sight weapon range, 25%. It looks like the Deadeye assault rifle I already have, but mine has a super scoper and shock damage. And a Whisper Quiet Muzzler, and it's level 41. This is only level 28. Well, we could see about fixing it up. but I kind of like having the Whisper Quiet Muzzler on it. I can sometimes take out 1 or 2 enemies before the rest of their friends notice because of the muzzler on it. The silencer. There's somebody up there. They didn't hear all their friends getting shot?
Your skills are unrivaled.
I know, I'm picking up a lot of things. Hopefully we can find a vending machine soon. We can sell some of this junk. Yeah, I'm carrying too much. As usual, I finally started hitting my limit. There's been so much stuff to loot in this DLC that I'm starting to hit my limit. Oh, okay. We gotta go through the maintenance access down here. I guess, you know, we had used the password and bypassed all those rooms full of marauders. But then I turned around and decided to go through there anyway, just for funsies. Almost died. Alright, here we go. I hope we find a workbench. I need to repair my stuff. Ooh, is this a spaceship?
Let's get out of here, boss. We've seen enough.
Each discovery is worse than the last. Human depravity knows no bounds, does it?
Oh. So they were just taking people out of the test subject area up there in the morgue and throwing them on these conveyor belts. Maybe this is the machine that was making them all into little squares that we found. Remember we found all those squares? Yep, there they go. When we came in through a bunch of those squares. Oh, right. This is where we came in. See, we came in through there, and there was a bunch of... There they are. See? There they are. And I said at the time, is this just debris? Is this like used uniforms, or are these actual corpses? And I guess they're actual corpses. Why were they dumping them in the walls, though? Weird. Yeah, see? Bodies in, cubes out. I don't want to play anymore. Let's just do our jobs, okay? Don't want to play what anymore? This week's bet. My 10 bits are on 52F. I know what you're thinking. He's so skinny. That's gotta be bad odds. But I'm a gambling man, Victoria, and I've got an eye for this now. What do you think? Are they betting on who's gonna go crazy or who's gonna die next? I'm not talking about the subjects, Vicky. I'm talking about the numbers. I've been keeping track of how many bodies we process every day and every week. And the number fluctuates, but never too much. 1 and 3 and 2 and 5 and 1 and 1 and 2 and then 10. Just look at the chart I left on your desk. You can see for yourself that there's a pattern. You see it, right? Oh, I don't know. Okay, that's all that terminal is good for? Okay. Oh. Alright. Reach the administrative level. Test design office. Can't go in there, I guess. Oh, use terminal. Okay, I'll do that in a minute. Supervisor. What's over here? A door we can't get through. Okay, I'm not going to go through there yet. Shot cannon. I think I have one of these back on my ship. I'm just going to break it down. Alright. Welcome user B. Morley. Oh gosh. More messages. There's so much reading. It isn't about a few volunteers, Morley. Most of test group SC-22A is already gone. Subject 17 is non-verbal. We've had some luck using small amounts of the compound to coax them into the testing rooms. To be honest, some of the staff are starting to worry me too. It's not just that ghoul and disposal either. Weaver's convinced that the compound's getting into the ventilation system somehow. I've caught her scrubbing her hands raw at the washing stations. I've tried reciting our safety protocols to her, but it hasn't helped. I'm starting to think she might not be wrong. Right, I think I remember at the beginning of this DLC that we were reading about how the stuff they were testing was somehow getting into the environment. I mean, if you think about it, they're on an asteroid, so it's an enclosed environment. It's like a fishbowl, right? So anything that contaminates that environment is going to, spread very quickly. It's going to be contained in this very small environment. So, like, for instance, if they're not disposing of the corpses properly, maybe, and the chemical compound, is put into the atmosphere of this place somehow, then everyone's going to start breathing it. Let's see what this says. Morley, pick out 2 of the deceased test subjects and whip up condolence letters, something saccharine and noble. Feel free to invent next of kin if there are none on record. Use the cheap paper. Leave the letters on my desk. I'll dispose of them shortly. Outgoing messages. To all personnel. This notice is to inform all HIA staff that testing associate Angus Ruane is no longer a Spacer's Choice Pharmaceuticals employee. Dr. Blakesley, the missing test subject has been found and apprehended. Apparently he got into the testing department where he remained. I'm afraid nobody noticed for several hours. Hennessy had him doing paperwork. I think it's clear at this point that subject SC-44B12 didn't get out on his own. As far as we can tell, he didn't have much of an escape plan. The door was simply unlocked for a short period of time during the night. In the meantime, I've made it clear to the security forces that no further breaches will be tolerated. Okay, let's read the archived messages. Morley, how do I delete this message? Clarence, the latest results are in as you hoped. You'll find that the violent cases now account for a smaller overall percentage of the testing pool. I expect that will change in about 2 or 3 weeks, so you better get that report out to Goodfellow in a hurry. In the meantime, dosing all of the test subjects means that HIA is now in the business of generating aggressive psychotics. So if you could take 2 minutes out of your fundamentally pointless existence to somehow make it clear to Mr. Goodfellow that I need an update on those resources I requested, as well as the matter of additional security, increased oversight at CHEM, and any kind of explanation for what the fuck. Alright, let's hack the deleted message. Morley, if you receive any communications from Dr. Ambrose, ignore them. Also notify me at once. And don't piss yourself worrying it won't come up on your assessments. Morley, no word from OCI. We'll keep going as we are. Say something to the staff. Break out that list of prepared statements I gave you. I suggest number 4. Remember to smile. I'm heading down to oversee today's testing personally. Make sure I'm not disturbed. So, if I take this correctly, it's like they all knew shit was going bad, but they covered it up because they were all trying to cover their asses so they wouldn't get fired. Is that the correct read here? Oh, let me read the chat room. I'm missing some comments here. Katakani. Oh, okay. I can't see the picture, your little icon very clearly, Celtic Granny. Maybe I'll go to your channel and see if I can see the picture a little better. Hey Herman, welcome to the chat room. Okay, I think I can see a little bit better picture there. Still can't see it very well on your channel though. It's just a tiny small icon. Herman deleted some of my mods and continued my Fallout 4 game. Okay, so it's working a little better for you now? Alright, did we read all the deleted messages? We did. Alright. So basically, yeah, they all had a pretty good idea that what they were doing here was a horrible thing, but they just kept on doing it.
Did you enjoy the show? I didn't. You should have left Gorgon in its grave, where it belongs.
Uh-oh.
Now I'm afraid I have to find a more permanent place to put you down.
Uh-oh.
If this person is spending so much time watching us, where will they find the time to plot their diabolical machinations that will spell our doom?
Are we being stalked? Is that what's going on? Because I don't mind having secret admirers and all, but this is getting a little creepy.
I'm starting to think that this mysterious figure is, what's her name's mother, who was in charge of all of this stuff. I don't know, call me crazy, but that's just the feeling I get. Oh, a whole bunch of blood right here. Because who else would have access to, like, this whole facility? And who else would care about keeping it covered up? Spacer's Choice Funeral Expenses Receipt. Dear Sir or Madam, this notice is to acknowledge payment in full of all funeral expenses pertaining to Henry Blakesley. Oh. Was that... What? Enclosed, you will find an invoice for receipt, handling, and delivery fees, as well as a witness statement as to the exemplary loveliness of the eulogy. Spacer's Choice offers its condolences, as well as its congratulations for your unflagging work ethic. Well, I thought that it was Dr. Blakesley Morley or Marion or whatever her name was that we had to find in order to get in here. So is this her husband or her brother or something? Yeah, so this mysterious figure is the one that hired those Firefly freebooter people to try to stop our ship. Well, I think that's who it is. I don't think we ever got confirmation of who it was. But I imagine it's that person. Alright, and... what is this? Broken datapad. Our first test group should be here in just a few hours. I suppose I should be catching up on sleep, but it's far more important to mark the occasion. I really think we can achieve something here. Every citizen of Halcyon wants to be of use deep down. If this compound can restore industry and work ethic even to outlaws and miscreants, we won't need places like Tartarus anymore. Dissidence will be a thing of the past. Chem has sent over its first shipment of this mystery drug, and the testing chambers are operational. Once we've proven out our methods, it will be that much easier to convince OCI to invest in better equipment. The remaining entries are inaccessible. Alright, so yeah, so this is a lot like Firefly. I mentioned that the other day. In the movie Serenity, which was an extension of the TV show Firefly, they went to an abandoned town, an abandoned settlement, an abandoned planet, and discovered that the people who lived there had been given a bunch of drugs to make them docile so they wouldn't commit crimes and do bad things. But instead, a small percentage of the population went psychotic and turned into these things called Reavers, and then spread out through the whole star system, preying on people. So yeah, so they basically just used the Serenity plotline here. They made them. That's what one of the characters says in the movie. Yeah, they made the Marauders. Alright, what's this one?
Yeah, there you are. Is this... It's off, right? I don't understand these contraptions.
Dr. Blakesley, ma'am, I've come to say that it's time. I'm gonna do it.
Do what?
What?
I'm gonna try for one of the shuttles.
You little shit. You've lost your mind.
If I can just make it to the landing pad, I'll be free. Be reasonable, Morley. The project is almost over. We'll be out of here by October. Ma'am, it's January. You're recording, by the way. Damn it!
Okay. Well, now I kind of wish that I had shot Blakesley. That's really cool. Can I have that on my ship? That little hollow projector thing? That's pretty cool. I let Blakesley live because it seemed like she was working on developing some greenhouse techniques that would help the starving colony. But she's also a really, really shitty person that did horrible things here, apparently. Okay, override synthesis and manufacturing center lockdown. Synthesis and manufacturing center status. Return to root. Messages. Let's read some of these. Marion, it's been 3 weeks. Where the fuck are the reports from HIA? Blah, blah, blah. Send me more reports. Append a mortality record. The record will include an accounting of the burn down rate of our current stock of volunteers. Okay. Condolences. Marion, personalize and forward the following note to the families of the deceased volunteers. Make certain, give carbon copies to Lucian. Dear Name, it is with regret that I write to inform you of the death of your relation Name. They died peacefully attended by their fellows. Please accept our sympathies in this difficult time. Though it may offer little comfort, know that your relation died in service of a better, more productive Halcyon. Okay. Good fellow. Many of the subjects still exhibited increased energy levels and compliance, the same euphoric response, but they inevitably crash. Testing clearly suggests that Chem's Compound X has extreme and irreversible effects when administered repeatedly over a long period of time. Several volunteers to the old SCO2 group are barely verbal. I'm finding it hard to shine that up for you, Lawrence. So good you'll beg for more? Don't you dare use that. If we could dilute the compound or ease out the schedule, we could mitigate some of the addictive effects. Weaning some of the earlier test subjects off the compound might buy us time until Chem refines the formula. I need you to compile some of the test results from the past month. So make sure there's charts. Make sure the worst of the mortality reports are up front. At the behest of the Office of Creative Incubation, we're applying varying amounts of unknown solutions to test subjects that are already mid-treatment. Okay. We read this one already. Resignation. From Marion Blakesley. Lucian, I'm leaving this message to inform you of my resignation. Effective immediately. I won't be returning to headquarters, and I wouldn't bother chasing that tracking signal unless you want to give the boys and girls in human resources some exercise. Oh. Right, so she bailed and went to the Groundbreaker where we found her. I wonder why she suddenly up and bailed. I mean, she seemed to be fine playing along with this whole thing. I guess she either reached her breaking point or she wasn't getting the results she wanted and didn't want to be given the pink slip or something. I don't know. Don't know what to think of her. Alright, let's hack the deleted messages. Cancel all the letters. If they've been hand-delivered, send someone to retrieve them. Secrecy trumps sentiment. Don't ever let me do anything so indulgent again. Marion, I see now why you held back your report. Strangulation, attempted disemboweling, blunt force trauma to the head with a bedpan, It's not just that volunteer deaths are up, but the ways in which they're dying are appalling. This is unconscionable, an unmitigated disaster. Cease administration of the compound immediately. I'll take this to our liaison, Lucian. Surely when I show him these results, he'll understand that we can't take this product to market as it currently stands. How do I delete this message? Oh, I think we read this one already. Alright. I guess that's everything we had to read there? Oh, right, we gotta do the admin functions. Alright, override, synthesis, and manufacturing center lockdown.
I fear that I will become numb to these incessant horrors.
What they did here was inexcusable. It's Halcyon for you. What'd you expect? They must have had a reason for this. I'll just be glad to get out of here. Yeah, what they did was inexcusable.
This place was a nightmare. But people wake up from nightmares. Those test subjects never woke up at all.
Yeah,
You
it's
wanna know the
horrible.
worst part? Spacer's Choice knew exactly what Adrenatime did. And they didn't care.
Yep.
They weren't even thinking about the victims.
Yep. Somehow it doesn't surprise me.
Then we're in agreement, though I wish I could say that it did. I hope this journal holds what many suspects it does, but I'm starting to have doubts that it will exonerate her mother.
Yeah. Alright, only one way to find out where this leads. Come on. Wow. Wow. That was nice. I liked having my little moment with my dudes. Alright. So now what? Now we gotta head to the chem lab, and I think we've got one more phonograph to find. And we have to get in there and use some kind of terminal to override. Yeah, override. Send the override authorization signal. Okay. Hang on. I am so overloaded. Let's break that down. And 163. It's so valuable. We'll break that down. Alright, there we go. Let me check in with the chat room. Alright. I know I haven't been going in and out of a lot of loading screens, but I still have my Outer Worlds trivia questions. I haven't asked one yet during this live stream, so let me ask one. Courtney Taylor, the voice of the Unreliables AI Ada, is also known for her work on what other video game franchises? Ooh.
I'll be glad to have seen the end of this place, though it will be some time before my mind will be free of it.
Is this where we came in? I don't remember this. HIA visitation protocols. dedicated research facility houses a considerable quantity of hazardous materials, machinery, and personnel. No external visitors are to be permitted at any time, absent express written permission from HIA testing supervisor Dr. Marion Blakesley. If you suspect a visitor does not have the appropriate credentials, please observe the following procedures. Stay calm. Notify nearby security personnel. Wait for security personnel and or equipment to finish disposing of the visitor. Complete an incident report per official guidelines. Remember to use Spacer's Choice approved formatting and language. At no point should you leave your workstation unattended. Leaving your workstation unattended will be considered a severe security breach and may result in a fine and or summary termination of your employment with Spacer's Choice. Right, that's the official shit. If we do get visitors, inform me at once. If they're from other departments. If it's Dr. Ambrose, don't get in her way, but log her every move. If it's Clarence mostly, keep him at reception. I'll come down in person to see this law-given miracle for myself. If Jasper Lowe or anyone else from Chem turns up, let them stew at reception. I'll send Assistant Morley down eventually. Okay. HIA is on lockdown until further notice. Don't let anyone into the facility until the escaped volunteers are located. I'm going to check volunteer induction for any sign of our fugitives. If you receive any keycard access notifications in the next 20 minutes, ignore them. Okay. So they created marauders and then they let the marauders escape. Is that what I'm hearing here? Genchigo is guessing Mass Effect. She may have done a voice in Mass Effect. But that's not on my list here, or that's not the answer that I have here. Let me look. Yeah, I think she did do a voice in Mass Effect. Good call, Genchugo.
Well, I could use a breather.
But the two that I have here down, I think the two probably most well known is she's the voice of Ada Wong in the Resident Evil series, and she's the voice of the female sole survivor in Fallout 4. Alright. Let's get out of here. Transition to HIA facility rear exterior. Alright, we have been out here before, but maybe there will be more marauders. I don't know. Last time we were here, there was no one here. Let's try another trivia question. Who is the voice of Ship Mechanic Parvati, as well as the voice of Aloy in Horizon Zero Dawn and Cricket in Fallout 4? Alright, we've already been here. We found a bunch of things. Let's go to our ship. Actually, we'll fast travel to here and sell our junk to that guy He's been getting a lot of junk from us. Yeah, Courtney Taylor was the voice of the female sole survivor in Fallout 4. Let's see. She also did some voices in Return to Monkey Island. Destiny 2, The Witch Queen. She did some voices in that. She did voices in Deathloop, that game that came out recently. Yeah, she did some voices in Mass Effect Legendary Edition, it says here. World of Warcraft, Bug Snacks. She's done a lot of voices. But yes, she was Ada Wong in Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil Damnation, Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. I wonder if that's why they called her character Ada in the Outer Worlds. Alright, so let's take a look at the inventory. We got a whole bunch of junk that we don't need. I think we already have one of these pressurized suits. Whoa. Expanded heavy power armor, 103. $142. All right, Khalil. Oh gosh, we got a lot of stuff here. All right.
Hey again, stranger.
Hey there, Khalil.
What can I get you?
Hey, about Charles from accounting. Yeah, I kind of shot him in the head.
Yeah?
Oh, I can tell him he's dead.
You're kidding. Really? He's dead? As in... dead?
Hold on, you're upset by this? As dead as I know how to make him. Stare at him until he says something less stupid. Yeah, he won't cause anyone trouble anymore, I'll say that.
Wow. Well, that's good. It's not like I'll miss the guy, but you have to admit, he was, you know, striking. Real original. Gorgon's gonna be a little less interesting without him. That's all.
Okay. Sounds like you had a little crush on him there, Khalil.
All sorts of salvage and weapons. And plenty of.
Okay. Let's repair everything up. I could do it on my ship, but I want to get her done. There we go. We'll go do a little inventory management and then we'll head to the chem lab. Alright, so, do we have any guesses? Who is the voice of the ship's mechanic Parvati? As well as the voice of Aloy? It's the same person, does all three. The voice of Aloy is also the voice of Cricket in Fallout 4 and the voice of Parvati here. I'll go talk to her so you can listen and see if you can guess who it is. She's usually hanging out right here. Oh, that's our passenger. Where's Parvati? Let's go up and pet our puppy. Our teacup.
I so enjoy watching you sleep for hours on end, Captain. It's quite entertaining the way you drool and whimper.
Alright, we picked up this employee benefits science weapon. I thought it was a, you know, weapon to hurt people, but it's not. It actually is a tool that can revive your companions. But my companions don't go down that often. I don't really want to have to worry about swapping out my gun. If my companions have gone down, it means we're being attacked. And if I'm being attacked, I want to shoot things so they'll stop attacking us, not revive my companions. So we're going to store that. And right, we were going to look at Agony. Shock and Awe is a special named weapon. Shock Baton. We will store it in here. Okay. And I'm going to store some of these other things in here. There we go. And let's go take a look at Agony. Alright, so this one does 918. It's level 41 though. If I raise this 10 more levels, it's going to cost me a lot of bits. And I don't know if it's worth it. Alright, so we'll just say it's going in storage. It's going into the collection. There you go. Let's take a look at... Where's Vicar Max? Alright, he's got this. Yeah, that's good. That seems to be doing fine. Let's go up to the kitchen.
Okay. So I was watching this program. You remember that spin-off series about the mass marketeer? Halcyon Helen's coming on for a special romance arc? Ah! What if they hold hands?
That's the episode with Ruth Bellamy, right? Been meaning to catch that.
You met Ruth Bellamy, dude. Halcyon Helen's the one that we were investigating the murder of on Eridanos. Alright, well there, you heard Parvati's voice. Didn't really sound like Aloy's voice, but it's the same voice actor. I promise. Alright, I am going to store the Adrenatime. The Adrenatime adds up. There's shit tons of Adrenatime in this DLC because that's the chemical they were using to experiment with. But I'm never going to use it. And I'm not going to sell it because I feel weird about that. Oh, right, and we've picked up a whole bunch of mods, so we'll store those. Let's see. What else can we store? Right, I'm going to store this because I'm not going to use it. No point in having it weighing me down. There we go.
I can't believe I got my own bunk.
Aww. You like having your own room? You like the little doggy? The doggy's name is Anubis. And it's a teacup canid. We've had to fight a lot of canids in the game. These are little miniature ones. There was another live stream where we had to visit Byzantium and they were doing a dog show. I guess I stole this one from one of their rich dog show people. It turned out that the people, the doggies who didn't win the dog show were being killed. We found that in the back room behind the dog show area, whatever, where we were stealing a trophy. And so, I don't know, maybe if you go back there and discover what's happening to the doggies, then a doggy shows up in your... Like you rescued one of the dogs or something, I don't know. but it's pretty cute. Alright. We're back down to having very low carry weight. I have tons of armor parts and weapon parts and bypass shunts and whatnot. All kinds of quest items. Alright, so what's next? We have to go to the chem lab. Now there's this side quest. We can go out to the mines. I haven't had any other quests that sent me out into the mines, so I haven't gone out there yet. And I don't know how to get to this location yet. I think there is a locked elevator or something we haven't opened. Oh, I think that's what we're trying to open. Like, after we go to the chem lab and we put in some kind of terminal entry, whatever the heck we have to do to push a button, then maybe it'll unlock this sealed door, and then maybe we can like take an elevator up to here and get to this stuff. Alright. We gotta go back to the chem lab. Now, last time we were at the chem lab, there was a bunch of primals we had to fight, and I think I died once. Let's find out what's a good way to fight primals. What kind of weapon is useful against primals? Best weapon against primals, Outer Worlds. Let's look. Heavy ammo works good against primals, it says here. What else does it say? Plasma is great against humans or creatures. N-ray damage will irradiate enemies. Yeah, but you know what? I think the N-ray damage also affects my character and my team. So I don't want to do that. Corrosive is good against armor or anything mechanical. Alright, so I should use a heavy weapon or possibly plasma. Okay. Well, what weapons do I have? Let's take a look. This is heavy. Okay. This is light. Alright. And this is heavy. Okay. So maybe I gotta keep that in mind. Maybe I should switch to this thing when we're fighting primals. What's a good heavy weapon? Let's see what I've got in here. I wish there was a way to sort this stuff by its damage type. Like, you know, in Fallout 4, when you go into a chest that's holding a bunch of things, you can, I think you pop L3 or one of those buttons and it cycles through different ways of sorting the stuff that's in the chest. So you can sort by damage, you can sort by armor rating, you can sort by a lot of things. So you can see what your best stuff is in that chest. But here, you can't really sort, which is kind of a bummer. And then you've got these stupid pop-up things that block. So you can't see what you're trying to look at. God damn it. Alright, here's an assault rifle. We could take this and turn it into plasma, maybe. The grenade launcher might work pretty well. Oh no, maybe? Let's see what we can do. Oh, right, I gotta grab my mods. All my mods are in here. I still was saying, is there a trivia question at the moment? Yes. The name of the voice actor who voices Parvati, the ship's mechanic here in the Outer Worlds. That voice actor also voices Aloy in Horizon Zero Dawn and voices Cricket in Fallout 4. What is that voice actor's name? Oh. Let me go talk to Parvati and you can hear her voice.
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick?
Is the ship about to blow up?
What? No. If it were, I'd be hollering loud enough to wake the dead. So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my datapad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet.
It comes from the heart, right?
Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. And the trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. Made my chest hurt, kinda.
Yeah, well, people don't write poems to each other if they don't have feelings, I think. So, yeah, it definitely sounds like she likes you.
I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways, not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold.
Yeah, Gentigo's saying Kate Blanchett. Nope. Good guess, though. Good guess. Not Tara Strong, no. You can hear Cricket in her voice. Yeah, you definitely can. This place just has farmers! That's what she says all the time when I play. Yeah. But yeah, she's also the voice of Aloy in Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know if any of you have played that or watched me play it. Voice sounds a little different as Aloy, though. Different kind of character. Different kind of setting. Alright, I said I was cold. Everybody's different, don't worry about it. Everybody's different, don't worry about it.
When folks start implying you're a little different from an automechanical, you start to wonder. I guess I just needed to talk. I'm feeling a touch better. Thanks for hearing me out, Captain. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... Isabel? Who's Isabel?
Everything okay?
They were... close, Captain. Like, more than friends close.
Okay, they were close, but not anymore?
I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope?
Great idea. Drinking solves everything. No. I don't think drinking is gonna solve this problem.
Drinking never solved nothing, Captain. I ain't been able to sleep for 3 nights now. I just want to unwind. Just the tiniest bit. I'm full serious. Next time we're on the Groundbreaker, I aim to get a drink. If I got to, I'll do it on my lonesome. But I'd feel better if someone I trusted was there.
Okay. Alright, carry on. Let's go work on our weapons here. Alright, we can put a Whisper Quiet muzzler on it. A speedy barrel, increase the rate of fire. Sure and straight barrel, reduce the weapon spread and sway. Or the Fun Times barrel, increase critical damage. Well, I'm gonna say that this is not a quiet weapon. If we increase the rate of fire, we increase the amount of damage per second by a lot. So I'm gonna go with that. Alright, and then I can make it plasma damage, N-ray damage. I can increase the size of the magazine. I can do corrosion damage. I can do shock damage. Alright, let's do plasma. And I can put a super scoper on it. Gyro sight, extend a sight. Super scoper allows precision shots at greater range. How is that different from the extend a sight? Let's super scope it. That's what I say. Alright. Now let's take a look. Oh, right. Let's take a look at this one. Grenade launcher. No, you don't want a grenade launcher to be quiet. I mean, it's not going to be quiet for long. I think once you use a grenade launcher, they'll know you're there. I guess we'll use the Fun Times barrel. Alright, let's try that. Now let's tinker it. That's a lot of damage. There we go. Got it up to 2,000. What about this one? Got it up to 1,000. Alright. Alright, Felix. He's currently doing 2,347 with the light machine gun, which is great against people, I think, but not heavy armor and not primals. Let's give him the grenade launcher. Yeah. Why am I suddenly carrying 152 pounds? Oh, right, because I've got all the damn mods and they weigh a ton. Okay. Alright, let's put those away. We're done with those. Well, the name of the voice actor who does the voice of Parvati and also Aloy and Cricket is Ashley Birch. And Ashley Birch also is involved, or used to be involved, with a channel called Hey Ash, What You Playin'? Or HAWP. H-A-W-P for short. Hey Ash, what you playing? And it's a really, really funny channel. It's got some great comedy stuff on there. On YouTube. She was doing that channel with her brother and her dad before she started doing voice acting. Hi Stella says, oh yes, I remember now. How you doing, Hi Stella? How are you? Make sure you let me know whenever you're ready to watch Winchester. I'll be ready whenever you are. Oh. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Okay. So you can't just... That's weird. It doesn't ask. Like, if I want to put this into the cabinet, it'll say, how many do you want to put in the cabinet? But if I want to put it into my junk, it doesn't ask how many do I want to put in my junk. It just puts them all in the junk. I don't want to do that. If I want to take some, it asks me how many I want to take. I don't think I need that many, Mr. Ouchies. I'm gonna sell some of these, make up for some of the bits I spent to upgrade my weapons. We find a lot of them in chests, and we also sometimes get some of these when we scrap weapons. Alright. Add to junk. Now see there where I added to junk, it asked me how many I want to add to junk. But when I was adding them to junk directly from the cabinet, it didn't ask me how many. Just put them all in there. There we go. Alright, we'll go sell those. My Stella's getting better. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I had a very busy day today, and I didn't actually start streaming until after 4 o'clock. At like 3:45, I was eating my first meal of the day. I hadn't eaten all day. I'd been so busy. I'd just gotten home, and I made something to eat real quick, and I ate. And then I started streaming. But I am very tired and I'm not feeling too good. So, but I have voted. I went in and did early voting. And I took my youngest daughter with me. And it was her first time voting. She is 18, so she's old enough to vote. And it was her first time voting. I'm so proud of her. But now at least I got that out of the way and I don't have to worry about it. Our actual election day is Tuesday next week. But in the state where I live, in North Carolina, we're allowed to do early voting at certain official voting sites. And it's not absentee ballot, it's not mail-in ballot. I mean, you can do those things in this state, but they basically open the polls early in certain locations. Where we went to a community center or public park or whatever it was. I think it was an elementary school, maybe. Well, it was kind of a complex with lots of buildings, but I think it was all of the above. Anyway, but you know, public property. They opened up as a polling place, and there were a lot of people there, a lot of people in line. And we got in and we got to vote, so we don't have to worry about trying to do it on the actual voting day. We get to do it early, which is great. I think that's awesome. I think they should either do that everywhere, have early voting, or keep the polling places open and make it be a day off. Like election day should be a national holiday, I think, where everybody gets the day off so everyone can go vote. But anyway. Enough about me. Let's get back to all this. Alright. Back out to Gorgon with my dudes. And we'll ask another Outer Worlds trivia question. There is a unique weapon in the game named Maxwell, based on a song by what popular 1960s rock band? Even if you're not familiar with the Outer Worlds, some of you might be able to guess. I have 1 perk point to spend, and I haven't spent it because I keep putting it off. What do you guys think I should spend it on? Ranged attacks reduce the target's armor rating by 1 point per hit. I don't do melee. Don't do improvised weapons. Oh, when you activate tactical time dilation, you continue to move at normal speed. That's kind of cool. Increase my carrying capacity. Well, I did need that a little bit ago, but I don't think that's something I really need all the time. There's just a lot of loot in Gorgon, in the Gorgon DLC, so I was getting loaded up. A lot of loot, not a lot of vending machines. I can increase the damage of my science weapons. Gain some tactical time dilation meter when you kill an enemy. Okay, I think I want that one. That was probably the best one for me at this point, based on how I've been playing the game. I'm just going to double check some of these. I'm already maxed out, so I don't need the XP. Fast travel while encumbered. Nope. I haven't really found a problem with my sprint speed in this game. I've certainly run away a lot. I am brave Sir Robin who boldly runs away a lot. But, yeah, I think I'm going to go for this. Nope. Where was it? TTD. 25% of TTD restored per kill. Because I often will use tactical time dilation to snipe an enemy, and then immediately, you know, that alerts, well, not immediately, not always, but it sometimes alerts their friends, and then their friends start attacking. It'd be nice to have TTD to use again right away. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go for it. I still was guessing the Stones. Nope, not the Rolling Stones, but you're close. Yes, popular, very popular 1960s rock band who had a song about a weapon named Maxwell. Or somebody named Maxwell had a weapon. I'll give you a hint. The unique weapon in the Outer Worlds is a hammer. It's a hammer named Maxwell. Let's see if that jogs your memory. I haven't done a save in a while, so I'm going to do a save. Oh man, yeah. So, but I am pretty tired. That's why I'm not my usual energy level, I guess. I don't know. Do I have a usual energy level? I think I do. And it's definitely not there today.
Hey again, stranger.
Hey there.
What can I get you? All sorts of salvage and weapons. And plenty of.
Yeah, thanks to me. I keep selling you all of my junk. There we go. Nope, I can't tinker that up any further. I could tinker that up for a lot of bits. I don't know if I want to spend that many bits. Yeah, I'll tinker that up for Felix. What the heck? Alright, we're good. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to swap out one of these for my... Oh, I'm still carrying around Felix's machine gun. No, that's fine. I've got plenty of room for it. Okay. I'm gonna swap out this for this. Let's see if this works any better against primals. And right, we need to go down here. I'm not seeing any guesses. Do we not have any guesses on the trivia question?
Alright, Doc Lowe. Let's hear that passphrase.
Oh, jeez.
Let's hope Jasper's pharmaceutical special blend hasn't affected his voice enough to keep it from opening the door.
It sounds like those... Yeah, those primals respawned out there, but we fast traveled up here so we don't have to deal with them. Alright. We're gonna use...
This facility is currently experiencing a heightened security event. Accessing this facility requires voice-modulated passphrase. Please speak the passphrase.
Alright, we have an audio recording from Dr. Lowe.
We attest to the zest with our hand on our chest. Be impressed as our guest by what we've finessed. You are blessed to ingest what we thoroughly test. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice.
Oh my gosh.
Passphrase accepted. Access granted. Welcome, Dr. Jasper Lowe.
Ooh, we can get into the Compound Harvesting, Enrichment, and Molecularization Lab. Dun dun dun. Administrator Ludo dead. A tragic shock to the beverage, I assume, industry. That's from when we did Murder on Eridanos. Oh, I still was asking the animals. No, it is the Beatles. The Beatles did a song called Maxwell's Silver Hammer. Bang, bang, Maxwell's silver hammer came down upon his head. Shh. Oh boy, a bunch more dead people. Another lab, another bunch of corpses.
Doc Lowe used to run this place. Made the drug that turned decent folk into marauders. I can't imagine living with that kind of guilt.
I don't think he has much guilt about it. That's the thing. It's kind of easy to be an asshole when you have no guilt. Alright, I reckon we need to go that way. Well, let's read the terminal. It's going to give us some kind of backstory about the horrible things that happened here. Urgent notification. This urgent notification brought to you by the Spacer's Choice Automated Subversive Behavior Notification System. Please be informed that one or more of the following high priority conditions are likely to be active in your office or workplace. 1. Escaped primals. 2. Unlawful discussion of subversive cultural material. 3. Extended and unauthorized breaks. As if each of those is equally horrendous. Please notify your supervisor immediately. If you are the designated supervisor of this workplace, this message constitutes your official notification. This is an automated response. Please do not respond directly to this message. Jasper, I've been taking your messages at my terminal like you asked. This one's from management, though. Please take a look at this. I could get in trouble for deleting it. From Lucian Goodfellow, I think is his first name. Dr. Lowe, I speak for everyone at the OCI when I express my disappointment in your work ethic. The quality of Compound X harvested and enriched at your laboratory falls well below Spacer's Choice standards. And those standards were not very high to begin with. It is my professional opinion that the quality of one's work reflects the quality of one's spirit. Lazy workers deliver lazy work. Round up your researchers. Fire 1 in 10. I expect you and your remaining researchers to deliver the next batch of chemicals to HIA under an accelerated timetable. These measures may seem punitive, even harsh. They are. I am instilling discipline in your team. One day I'd like to imagine you'll thank me. Yeah. So you want them to get the work done faster, but you want them to fire 1 in 10 workers. That really makes a lot of sense. Jasper, I know you told me not to bother you when you're working, but I'm running out of options. I understand you're busy, so I've boiled down my list of concerns into simple yes-no questions. Respond with a Y or N. Did you read Goodfellow's letter? Am I on the chopping block? Has security talked to you about some type of corporate spy in our ranks? Is there a spy? Did you know Padilla's heart gave out after a 72-hour shift? Are you attending the wake? I've got staff coming to the receptionist desk looking for answers. What am I supposed to tell them? It's not the best choice. It's the only choice we've got. Are you going to respond? Just N. Respectfully, Jasper Lowe. No, he's not going to respond. Oh my god. Chief, I found a key in a locker by the laboratories. The key belongs to Dr. Lowe. Please retrieve the key and return it to him. I'd do it myself, but Dr. Lowe can be pretty paranoid. If I show up at his door with a key in hand, he'll assume I stole it in order to fabricate a reason to check up on him. Found a key in a locker by the laboratories. Alright. I guess we could go get that key, maybe? I'll be on the lookout for it. Alright, well, we may have to deal with...
You people never seem to take the hint. What is it about leave that eludes that tiny little mind of yours? I've switched on the laboratory's security system. I trust the mechanicals will sort you out. Good luck.
Yeah, see, I was gonna say.
More threats from the Aether. How pleasant.
Unless we're getting stalked by 2 different shadowy figures with the same creepy voice, I'm pretty sure this is the same jackass from back in the OCI.
Yeah, I think you're right, Felix. Alright, well we gotta deal with auto mechanicals, so this fancy dancy plasma rifle that I made up isn't gonna help. Auto mechanicals, they don't like electricity damage, shock damage, but also, you know, regular old ballistic damage should do for them. I think Vicar Max has got an electrified weapon. We gave Felix the grenade launcher. We'll see how that works against them. I mean, I don't think plasma damage is going to affect him too much, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll give him this. We'll go with that. We found a hat. Ooh, and a whole lot of ammo. That is a lot of ammo right there. What's that? An assault rifle. Okay. And some Adreno. Let's take a look. I don't see any auto mechanicals. Maybe they'll show up after we enter the place. Oh, okay. Can we get in here? Nope. It's kind of confusing because sometimes we can enter these and sometimes we can't. I guess the ones we can enter have blue lights on them, I think. Let's just have yellow lights, so... Oh, it would have been funny if there was a robot on it that showed up and started shooting us. Alright, let's go very quietly.
Go. Woo! We all in one piece?
Sweeping the area.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Handled beautifully.
Thank you. I need somebody that just follows me around in real life and says all these uplifting phrases like I'm, you know, loading the dishwasher and they're like, "Oh, that was handled beautifully." Or like, you know, you're cooking dinner and they're like, "Oh, you're an artist, Captain." Like all of these phrases that Max and Felix say. It's like so uplifting. Alright, messages. More messages. Dr. Lowe, I think I speak for all my colleagues in the lab when I say I'm worried about the OCI's treatment of our facilities. I can understand dismissing 10% of our staff as a punitive measure. I can understand cutting our deadlines in half to motivate us. But, and forgive me, Dr. Lowe, but I can't understand demanding that we send Human Inquiry our untested compounds. Many of these compounds aren't tested because we know they're failures. Increasing production means proportionately decreasing quality of enrichment, which means lower compatibility with human metabolism, which means higher rate and intensity of dangerous and potentially lethal side effects. Compound X is a highly complicated formula harvested from the waste of xenocytes. What? What are xenocytes? Do we know what that is? It's complicated because, unlike over 50% of Spacer's Choice nutritional catalog, the compound was not designed for human consumption. Yeah, I would think not if it's waste product. If the good people at OCI understand the complexity of the compound we're dealing with, there's a chance they'll give us the time and resources we need. We just need to get them to understand this is a problem of miscommunication, Jasper. Just let me go up there and give them a presentation. I'll use markers and everything. Dr. Pahlavi. The OCI are comprised by a gaggle of carrion feeders. You go up there with your markers and your charts and your diagrams, and they'll chew the flesh off your bones and then charge me for the meal. It is absolutely critical that I finish my research in peace as soon as possible without interference from the OCI. So the answer to your question is no, we fucking can't. Best, Jasper Lowe. Well, we know from tracking him down at that OOPS facility, that Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station, that he was more interested in working on his particular chemical project and not actually working on the stuff that Spacer's Choice or anyone else wanted him to work on. He's basically just an addict who's fleecing the corporations to fund his addictions. Personal files. Work fortifies the spirit. Today we received our updated timetable from management. 6-week deadlines are now 3-week deadlines. Some of my colleagues have been sacrificing sleep to meet the deadlines. Others have been medicating themselves with very small doses of enriched Compound X. So they're taking the drugs that they're actually experimenting on, and we know from the other facility that those drugs make people psychotic. So it's not just driving all of the test subjects crazy, it's going to start driving everyone crazy. Work fortifies the spirit, so we will carry on. I count myself fortunate to have been spared in the decimation. My former colleagues have nowhere to go. Their departure corresponded with a few critical doses of enriched Compound X disappearing from our storage. Correlation does not imply causation, so I will not imply theft. I am concerned by the side effects of Compound X. Even in its refined state, repeated use damages the synaptic patterns of the brain. Paranoia, violence, psychosis, and intense anxiety will haunt a repeated user for the rest of their short lives. Our enrichment process does not combat the side effects of Compound X. We were close to a breakthrough, but the damage to our research terminals is irreversible. My hope is that Human Inquiry will see the effects of this compound in their own tests and report these tests to Creative Incubation. If Incubation is as chilled by these results as I am, they may provide us with more time and more resources. Unplanned sabotage event. A moment of silence for my recent batch of enriched Compound X. The elegant complexity of your molecular structure manifested in the hallucination of my own sleep-deprived mind. 30% lower rate of addiction, 75% compatible with human metabolism, and with a side effect coefficient of just 0.65. You are our most promising compound yet. You were destroyed in an unplanned sabotage event, which is to say that Mr. Mostly's fancy tables couldn't predict this would happen. You were almost perfect. Our lab will never see the likes of you again. Compound X is notoriously difficult to enrich. Its molecular structure is fussy. In small doses, the compound provides a massive boost to energy and productivity. Can't inhibit dangerous side effects. Okay. Basically, what we have is a cocktail of very bad side effects, chased down with one massive rush of euphoric energy. Pleasant, but incredibly dangerous. Alright. I guess we've read all of that. More terminal reading. It's like, I want to know the story and I want the background information about what was going on at the facility, but it, just like in the main game, it seems like they go a little too far and having a little too much reading that doesn't really necessarily give me more information. Alright, run diagnostics. Could not complete diagnostics. Research data. Research data not found. To whom it may concern, this morning I and my colleagues gathered at the reception hall. Every 10th staff member at this lab was released from service. I am one of them. My indenturement contract to Spacer's Choice, which stipulates a lifetime of productive service as a researcher in the field of organic chemistry, has been terminated. I have served Spacer's Choice for most of my life. Working at the Gorgon facility is the highlight of my career. If I leave Gorgon, I will have nowhere else to go. Because my contract guaranteed my work for the duration of my life, to end that contract is tantamount to ending my life. If you have the power to reconsider your decision, I ask you kindly to reconsider. I am willing to work without pay if necessary. Oh my god. This job is all I have. Please allow me to fortify my spirit by continuing to work. Dr. Lowe, I'm afraid I don't know where your research notes are. I searched materials processing and discreetly asked the receptionist, but nothing turned up. If I had to guess, you left them in the basement laboratory. I'd venture down there myself, but you know how I feel about primals. If your research notes do turn up in the basement, may I ask you to think favorably on me when OCI asks you for a budget review? I have always supported your desire to find a better, safer version of Adrenatime. Okay. This guy was just desperate to work here. Desperate to work. Even unpaid work. His work was his whole identity. Which is how the corporations want it. And how they do in the game, too. Ha ha ha. Alright.
Easy now.
Oh, I can't get into that one. Oh well. Come on. Portable phonograph. Alright, that's what we were here to get.
Roscoe, it's Georgie. If you're hearing this, you must still be holed up at the Sprat Shack. And you're not gonna like this one bit. I was trying to steal our recordings when things went crazy. I know. Like I said, sorry. And I'm gonna be in a heap of trouble if I don't get them, so if you want to save my bacon, you need to do it for me. I need the 3 interviews we did with Ambrose, this one here, plus another recording of my own.
Oh.
I left that last one with a guy who owed me a favor at the garbage processing office in the chemical waste ravine.
Oh, I might have already found it.
I leave an automech near Stellar Freighting. It'll want all 5 recordings, plus a passphrase. Glacial Age. Oh, and don't listen to my log, all right? Just stay safe and keep your head down.
All right. So, what did that do with the quest here? Alright, we can return the phonographs to Roscoe. You have found all the portable phonographs Roscoe needed to complete his employment contract. You can return them to him at the Sprat Shack, or we can deliver the phonographs to Georgie's automech. A woman named Georgie asked Roscoe to deliver the portable phonographs to her personal automech near Stellar Freighting. Alright, so basically she was trying to steal the recordings. But she doesn't say why she needs them. I mean, we know why he needs them. God dang it. He needs them because if he doesn't have them, he can't get off the planet. If he has them, then that means he's fulfilled his obligations to Spacer's Choice and he'll be allowed to leave. But she doesn't say why she needs them. Well, I know where the automech is. We've already run into that. I think. We've run into a few automechs that were not active. But I don't know. I'm inclined to go back to Roscoe because he's the one that's trying to get his butt off of this stupid rock. She doesn't really give a reason for why she needs them. Maybe we'll have a chance to talk to him about it and tell him what she said. And then he can decide, you know, if she should have them or if, you know, because he should be the one to make the choice. You know, whether to let her have them and stay there. You know, he'll be stuck there. Of course, I wish I could help him leave. I would offer to help him leave just like I took that receptionist from the Olympus facility. We have a passenger. It's like, I'm willing to take on more than one passenger. Plenty of passengers will fit in the cargo bay. I mean, we were keeping woolly cows there, so, you know, we could certainly keep passengers there. We've got a few unused rooms, too, because I never picked up all the companions. Alright. Yeah, I'm tempted to go back to Roscoe. Because since I don't know anything about Georgie... Do you guys remember anything about Georgie? I don't know if we've heard of her before. I mean, I know we found a few of her recordings, but I think she was just a friend of Roscoe's. I don't know much else about her. Okay, well, we picked that up, so now we need to do what we really came here to do. We can unlock the security office hall, and we can override the authorization. All right. Where do we need to go to do that? This way. Oh, right, this way. Okay. Oh shit. Ooh, that was... that kind of surprised me. But I handled it. over here?
Dr. Lowe and his people didn't just work here. They lived here. This lab must have been their whole life.
I think I hear a vending machine.
How the devil do I use this thing? Is it what? Oh, the barrel's turning. All right. I feel like an absolute idiot barking into this horn. I shouldn't have let Lucien talk me into this. What use do I have with audible notes? Posterity my ass. Ah, great fucking law. What's it doing now? Jasper! Jasper, it's... How do I turn it off? It won't...
Just press the button.
The what?
Oh, for law's sake, the button, Ollie.
Accursed thing.
Okay. I don't really know what the point of that audio log was, but alright. Alright, we found some goodies. Little break room in here. Bunch of flies. We keep finding a lot of those little music boxes, but it sort of makes sense. It's like you can imagine the Spacer's Choice employees getting those, like, you were Employee of the Month, here, have a music box. Or you've worked here for 5 years, here, have a music box.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Thank you, Max. Anything interesting in here? Sure and straight barrel. Well, I don't need that. 4,000 bits though. Wow. Ooh. Got a little electrified trap over there. Oh, there's some stuff down there. Beep beep boop. I hear beep beep boops. Ooh. There's a bunch of beep beep boops.
What up, fat cat? Don't mess with us.
there's a bunch of lights going that direction. I wonder what's down there. Oh, looky there. A primal. It probably came from there, from down there. And the robots killed it. Alright. We've been up in there, right? Let's go this way. Yeah.
Let's take him down!
Stop shouting, Felix. Dang it. I love his enthusiasm, but it makes me cringe when I'm trying to be sneaky. Dude. Calm your tits. Kukai, you're back. Internet came back on. Right, welcome back. What am I hearing? Oh, I'm hearing that. Okay. Cool. Cool. Right? I think I can destroy that by shooting that right there. Yeah. Let me try a different weapon. There we go. That done did it. Alright. I think we searched all in there. Override authorization. Let's go back and sell some more junk real quick. Alright, so if we go in through here, because we got a special password or whatever from that guy, Dr. Lowe, probably gonna get to bypass whatever is inside there.
Quietly now.
Let's go take a peek. Couple of auto mechanicals. I wonder if that terminal would shut them down. There's been a few times in this game where there were terminals where we could shut down the auto mechanicals. Vehicle update. Automated message. Congratulations. Contingency number 77-1. Abundance of raw material is now in effect. Your production quotas have been raised by 200%. Experimental notes. Unplanned sabotage event destroyed any relevant research notes. Alright, it looks like this is not a terminal where we can turn off the robots. That's a bummer. That would have been nice. It's only 2 of them, though. We could take them. We could take them. We could totally take them.
Quickly.
Yeah! Now that was fun!
Alright. Where's the other one? Oh, it's right there.
Fine hit, Captain!
That's the last of him.
All right. Let's loot all the things. Oh, another recording.
The effects of Compound X are inescapable. The refined excrement of the xenocyte life form. It's a fine powder, very fine. It finds its way into absolutely everything. Even in the water now, and the air. It settles like a veil over all of Gorgon. The laboratory techs get the worst of it. We all appreciated the boost to mood and productivity at first, but we're at each other's throats in an instant now. I've had to break up 2 fistfights this week alone. This aggression must be inherent to the formula, to Compound X. How do I stop it?
Alright, so they were developing this Compound X stuff, and like I said, it got into the atmosphere because this place is like a goldfish bowl. If one part of it is contaminated, all of it's contaminated. Don't need it. Add to junk. Don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need it. Oh no, Kukai is saying the big island of Hawaii is on earthquake and volcano alert. Lol, Felix loves to yell. Yes, he does. He is so enthusiastic and I love him. But, but like I said, it just, when I'm trying to be stealthy, it makes me cringe. I just imagine his voice echoing through the whole chamber, you know, and alerting everyone. Yeah, you were saying you were playing on Supernova difficulty and getting your butt kicked. Keep forgetting to save on my ship. Oh no! Yeah, isn't that the one you said that if the companions die, then they die forever? And you were going alone? Alright, we unlocked the security office hall.
Watch your step, boss. This corridor is a death trap.
Yeah, I see that. Thank you for the warning, Felix. I need to shoot it. Here we go, with heavy. Oh, there's another one. But Kukai, didn't you say you hadn't done the DLCs yet, right? There is a lot to the DLCs, and they add a ton of really interesting weapons and really cool armor and just all kinds of stuff. And you'll level up really fast. I mean, like, when I went and did Eridanos, I leveled up like 14 times. Oh, there's a workbench. Nice.
You're an artist, Captain.
Thank you, Max. Oh, a bunch more goodies. So much loot on Gorgon. Man, I thought there was a lot of loot in the main game. There is even more loot on Gorgon. Alright, let's fix our stuff. It doesn't have a little outline around it. That's weird. Okay. Well, that's our objective, but before I go there, what's down here? Oh, it's sealed. Still sealed. Alright, well, maybe it'll open up later. Oh, shit! Like right then. Okay. Yeah, I have a feeling this will take us out, because it's not, you know, in the direction of our objective, so... Security office status. All password protection has been disabled. Lift access restrictions, I guess? Automechanical status? Disable automechanical hostility protocol. Heck yeah. Lift access restrictions? Okay. Dr. Lowe, I'm going to have to take the researcher's side on this one. Your absence during an emergency is conspicuous. I don't want to report you because I don't want corporate auditors scheduling interviews with the entire staff while they're trying to meet deadline. The unplanned sabotage event already halted experimentation and development. We're trying to get our operations running again, and we could use all the help we can get. I'm already down one staff member. Saint Germain's gone. You know why. You owe this team an explanation to any number of grievances. Your absence is the most urgent one, but I'll take an explanation as to why there are primals being held in the caverns near our waste disposal site. They're your primals, aren't they? Mr. Tanaka, no, I can't explain the primals. Primals defy explanation. They are a miracle of evolutionary adaptation and a treasure trove of interesting genetic material. I'm not going to explain my alleged absence either. This is because I am not absent at all. My presence is implicit in the work of my researchers. The researchers still employed in this department are skilled and more than capable of repairing any damage done by the alleged saboteur. Please don't bother me again with trivial problems. You are the security chief. Stick to securing things, included but not limited to the safety of the lab and my privacy. Dr. Lowe, I've just finished filing my official report on the unplanned sabotage. I'm Unfortunately, a report on the sabotage event requires me to also include a list of captured, apprehended, and neutralized saboteurs. Company policy. No list means I'm getting arrested for dereliction of duty and you're getting penalized for hiring me. Saboteurs is plural. I can't include Mr. St. Germain's name and be done with it. As a last resort, I have been forced to include the names of all former employees whose contracts were recently terminated in the decimation. These researchers are no longer part of Project Gorgon and will likely not survive without a job, so I might as well use their names to save our jobs. Man, everybody's got to cannibalize each other, you know? And lie because of, you know, corporate rules. Can't file a report without naming names of people who were guilty, so we'll just say these people are guilty even though they're not. That's horrible. Alright, so we did some kind of... We shut off the auto mechanicals and we lifted some kind of restrictions. Oh. Really? I didn't mean to do that, but that was kind of a cool move. I don't know how I did it. I'd like to be able to do it again. Whoa. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to do that. You okay, Felix? Oh, dang. I was trying to loot that thing and I didn't realize that the floor wasn't there. Oh my god. What an idiot I am. Well, I guess we're stuck here now. Oh. Oh, this is the hallway with the lights in it. Oh shoot, there's a bunch of primals. Okay, well we're not done here yet. I'd rather deal with robots than primals. Oh, speaking of which.
Fight on. That's the last of them.
Jesus, I have over 10,000 ammo for this.
Here we go. Don't mess with us.
I thought we shut these things off. I think I hear primals too. Alright. If I hear primals, then I'm going to switch Felix to the grenade launcher. And I'm going to switch me to that thing. And I am going to have to wrap up this live stream. I've been streaming for about 3 hours, and I think that's all I can handle tonight. I'm surprised I went that long, to be honest. Oh, Kukai, so my internet keeps going off and on. Sorry if I don't catch something you say. Oh, okay. Now I understand. I was asking you some questions about your playthrough, but you know, you can probably rewind the live stream, go back and listen, like maybe 15 minutes ago or something, or you know, just watch it later there'll be an archive saved on my channel. It takes YouTube a little while to save the archive, though, sometimes. Like, it'll save about 2 hours worth, but there's actually, like, the full 3 hours will be processed and uploaded, you know, by tomorrow, probably. Oh, thanks, Stella. Go get some food. Yeah, well, I ate right before I started streaming. That was my first meal of the day. So, you know, and I had a big pile of food because I was very hungry. But yeah, it's time for me to get going. I'm just tired, so I'm going to go rest. Your mom called. Well, I hope everything's all right with your mom. And I hope to see everyone. Let's see, today is Friday, isn't it? Oh my gosh. So tomorrow is Saturday. I probably won't stream tomorrow, but I might. I don't usually stream on Saturdays, but I really do want to get at least Gorgon wrapped up before God of War Ragnarok comes out on Wednesday. So we only have a few more days. I don't know. I don't think we have a lot more of Gorgon to do. But, you know, we may have 3 or 4 days worth. So I'll probably live stream tomorrow, or if I don't, I'll do a really long live stream on Sunday to try to get through a bunch of this DLC. So thank you so much, everybody. Take care of yourselves until next time.